Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Fame with Tiffany Renee. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before or you are currently subscribed, welcome back. I appreciate you so much. Happy New Year to everyone. It is January 3rd right now. I apologize for the glare through my glasses. We're wearing glasses today. Trying to give the contacts a break. But I hope everyone had a fantastic new year and that you are excited for 2025 and everything new that's going to be happening this year. I know a lot of people make, New Year's resolutions, or they set goals, or they write lists and things like that of things that they want to achieve and accomplish, and do rituals and scripting and all of those wonderful things, especially on, I think it was December 30th or 31st, we had the black moon, a second full moon, two full moons in the same month, okay? Because December is Sagittarius season, majority of it, until you get to the 22nd, okay? So it was technically Capricorn season when the second moon came, but the first moon was in Sagittarius. So, and ironically, I am a Sagicorn. I'm literally born on the cusp, okay? My birthday is December 21st. It's the last day of Sagittarius, and the first day of Capricorn is the 22nd. So both my signs got a moon. How about that? Shout out to all the Sagicorns out there, okay? I'm not going to make this video long. This is more of a introductory video for something new that I'm going to start doing with my channel, okay? Speaking of channel, those of you who know me or follow me on social media, you guys know that I channel messages. And this is the first time I'm actually like saying the word. I have a business. You guys know I promote, my manifestation coaching and my intuitive readings. Excuse me. The intuitive readings, it's really channeling. That's like the way I've kind of reworded it to avoid saying channeling, because some people feel weird when they hear the word channel. It's kind of like when some people hear the word God, right? And there's, sometimes things won't always resonate. So they'll say, source energy or spirit or the universe, but it's all the same consciousness, but it's just the word that's used. Maybe some people grew up in incredibly strict religious upbringings, and perhaps God, the name of God was used to condone maybe things that probably weren't great. Maybe there was a trauma. They have like a trauma when it comes to religion and comes to God and things like that. So the word God can be triggering for some people. And bless, everyone is on their different journey, and everyone experiences life differently, okay? So it's just like that with the word channel. When people hear the word channeling, unfortunately, in my experience, it's been like a negative. It's been looked at as a negative, okay? It's been looked at as something evil, something, demonic, the dark arts, whatever you want to call it, right? And it's been judged in that way. And I've been judged because of that. I've lost friends because of that. You know what I mean? And, some people, friends, family, don't fully understand what I'm doing, and they have their own opinions. But, some people have completely cut ties with me because of that. And that's fine, bless, we all have free will, right? That's fine. So it was actually my manifestation coach. You guys know I talk about Roxy Talks all the time, okay? She was the first person literally 3 years ago to tell me that her guys, because she channels and her father, channels, like he's very intuitive, incredibly intuitive and psychic. And then so she got that gift as well. And for a long time, she denied it, just like I did, you know. And then she got to a place on her journey where her spirituality led her. She became spiritual, and then it led her to opening that channel back up again. And so she meditates and she receives a lot of downloads and messages. And even while she's giving you information, like she's channeling, certain messages for you that need to come through. And I've done that. Like, I've always done that. If people would ask me a question, if friends or someone would ask me something, especially about like relationships, they would ask me, like, I'm the friend who's been single the longest, but they would ask me my opinion about their relationships. And I don't know the people who they're dating. I've never met them, never seen them a day in my life. Or if I have seen them, I've met them like once or twice, but I don't know anything really about them. And so they'll give me a scenario and they'll say, well, this is what's going on. This is what this person is saying. And instantly, just the way it processes through my mind, I can say, well, that's not it. That's no. They're saying that that's it, but that's not the underlying reason. And I'll just start telling them what it is. And it's just just spewing out, just like it's being downloaded, I guess. Some people say they get downloads. It was just downloading and coming through. And I just tell them this is what it is. Every single time, literally, like without fail, between 24 hours to a week after I said whatever I said, when they hear back from that person or they connect with that person again or they talk to that person again, they're like, Tiffany, everything that you said that they were feeling deep down, they finally admitted that that's what it was. I couldn't possibly know that, right? But I received that information from consciousness, because there's only one consciousness. There's a stream of consciousness that's constantly flowing, and every single living being is connected to that stream of consciousness. Everything is just consciousness, and we all have intuition in that consciousness. And I'll say God or source, infinite intelligence, is the origin. That's the source of all of the consciousness, and all the consciousness comes through that main source. So I'll say that God is like the mainframe, right? And then all the rest of us are plugged into the mainframe of consciousness. So the consciousness is just, the information is just flowing. It's just flowing through the quantum field, right? And you can access it at any time. You can tap into it at any time. You can put your focus on it at any time. And that's what I do when I have my sessions. I don't even really have to focus. It could be brief. I can just be talking to you briefly, and I'll get a message. I'll get something, like either your spirit guides there or the spirit guides of the people who I'm around or talking to, complete strangers a lot of the time. Their spirit guides will say something, or my spirit guides will say something, and if the message needs to be said, it'll be said. And for a long time, I thought, nope, that's not me. That's weird. That's bad. That's evil. I thought all of those things. And I just could not accept the fact that I was able to do this since I was younger. I just kind of always knew. I would say when I got to around 13 or 14, I could tell when someone wasn't being totally truthful about something, or if they said something, I just had a feeling that that's not the whole story. That's not really the whole story. But I just dismissed it. And then it wasn't until 3 years ago, I would say, when I'm doing a Mindset Monday, which Roxy has now officially retired, unfortunately. But unfortunately, so it's bittersweet. That she told me, my guides are telling me that you are highly intuitive and psychic, because I would say things that she would have been thinking about, or I would have said things that she was thinking about like a few days prior, and she'd be like, you are highly intuitive. You are so intuitive, like you don't even, but you're not ready to receive it. But you will. You will be ready. It took 3 years. And then I became ready. And I did it when I started my business about 1.5 years ago. So I started it in 2023. July of 2023 when I started my business. So I've had it for a year and a half now. And that's when I finally accepted it. Not realizing that I've been doing it the whole time. You know what I mean? It's like I try to deny it, but it's been happening the whole time. So I'm finally at a point where, I just turned 42, a couple of weeks ago. And 10 days ago, about 10, 11 days ago, on the 21st of December. And it's a new year. And again, with Roxy's encouragement, she was like, you need to be bold about the fact that you do this. I know you do it in your business and it's just kind of more of a one-on-one thing, but you need to be bold about it. And don't be ashamed of it, because there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, step into that power, like claim it and own it. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Don't be put off by the word channeling, okay? Because channeling a message from the divine, from God, from your angels, and all the beautiful light workers that are out there that are helping us on our journey, channeling a message, okay, is no different than when people say that someone's prophesizing over you. Okay, they start talking and you're like, oh my gosh, oh, let her talk. She's prophesizing. She's channeling is what she's doing. Or if, let's say you go to church and there's a pastor, and let's say the pastor decides that he's going to go off script. He created a whole lesson that he was going to give to his congregation, and he says, you know what, I had a specific message that I was going to write down, but I'm being called to give you something else. The Spirit is moving me to say something, to talk about something else. When he says the Spirit is moving him and he has a whole nother message, is because he's channeling. Do you see what I mean? You're channeling all the time. The only difference is the word prophesizing feels more comfortable and feels more holy. And channeling, right, to some feels more dark. They think of channeling evil spirits or communing with the deceased or whatever, which I mean, I don't think there's anything evil with communing with the deceased. I mean, when people transition into non-physical, how many times do we always say we keep their memory alive, or we feel their spirit around us? We commune with the dead all the time. Do you see what I mean? Like, I don't know where that came from, but anyway. So channeling is looked at as something very negative and something very low vibrational and something dark and evil and sinister, right? Like you see in the old, like, 1973 Hollywood movies. You know what I mean? Something really, really sinister is kind of what channeling has been associated with. And that's not fair, because just the definition of channeling itself is to be a conduit, is to receive messages and be a conduit for those messages to come through. And you can choose, or you can allow yourself to channel messages or be a conduit for messages that are positive and that are loving and that are beneficial. Or you can choose to be a conduit for messages that are more dark and sinister and menacing. The choice is yours. Like, you have free will to open your channel up to who and whatever you want. That's where discernment comes in. That's where mindfulness comes in. You choose who you want energetically to commune with. And you open yourself to be a conduit for information from those entities, from those sources. But even if you don't, that's more deliberate, because just default, everyone has intuition. Everyone has intuition, period. Even animals have intuition, okay? The gazelle will be prancing along, and then all of a sudden she stops and her little ear might flicker, because her intuition is telling her there is danger afoot because there's a lion hiding in them bushes, okay? There's a lion over there in those bushes ready to eat you. And so she stops because her intuition, her instinct tells her, stop. There is danger ahead. And she'll run the other way, right? How many times have we done things on pure intuition? Or because you had a hunch? Your gut was telling you to do something. All of that is intuition. And you were getting the message to do those things because you were channeling. You were channeling whatever spirit guides were guiding you and giving you that nudge. You were listening to the instructions and you listening to it, and you were bringing it out from here, from an energetic form, into out in the physical form. You just channeled. So my channel, like my YouTube channel, will now include channeling. I will now start actually giving channeled messages for the collective. Oh my God, I just said it. I said it out loud. It's done now. It's been established because I said it. I said it now. So if that is your cup of tea, great. If it's not your cup of tea, bless. I will still put regular manifestation content and, success stories and, my concerts that I manifest and all that type of stuff. But I'm telling you, a lot of the ways and reasons why I have the concert experiences that I have is because of my intuition. I listen to my intuition and I listen to my messages, even with things that are even more serious. Okay, I'm experiencing a situation right now that people in the 3D would say is considered quite serious. A medical situation happened, to me as well, that I discovered 2 days after my birthday. But I discovered it, I would say by accident, but my intuition told me about it. And I had an episode, and it caused me to have shortness of breath for like 20 seconds because I had to go to the ER for something completely different. And for 20 seconds, as I was walking into the ER, I got a shortness of breath and I had some slight dizziness for like 10, 15, 20 seconds. Okay, less than 30 seconds. And so I got to the window where they ask you, like, what brings you to the ER? And I told them the main thing. And then my intuition was like, you need to say that you had the shortness of breath and the slight dizziness, even though it was for like seconds. You need to tell them that. Because I was literally just dismissing it. And so I said it. I said, also slightly, issue with my breathing, and got dizzy, whatever. And again, I didn't think it was a big deal. But because they wrote that down, they checked the main thing I went there for. And then they checked, they decided to give me a chest x-ray. And that's when they found what they found in my lungs. And, in one of my lungs. And I'm being vague because I don't want to affirm it, because I'm working on like wellness and healing. But they found something in my lung, and it would not have been found. And I don't even know how long it's been there when it got there, but immediately they got me on medication and treatment and all this type of stuff. So, and they were like, thank goodness that you said something, because had we not found it, it had potential to get a lot worse, and it could have been fatal. It's one of those things that it leads to fatalities. Okay, so thank goodness that I trusted my intuition, even though it didn't make any sense for me to say anything. In my opinion, it made no sense to talk about a symptom that I experienced for less than 30 seconds. Why would I mention that? But my guides, my spirit team was like, you need to say this. And I channeled that message of saying it and telling the doctor. And that's what potentially saved saved me. Okay, so you can channel messages for yourself, you can channel for other people, you can channel for the whole world, really. It's just a matter of what you're comfortable opening yourself up to. But trust your intuition, because your intuition is constantly giving you information and you're constantly channeling. And I'm telling you, a lot of the times your intuition will have you doing things that don't make any logical sense. Okay, let's talk about that real quick and I'm gonna wrap up this video. Sometimes, family, listen, do not expect your intuition to always have to make sense to you. Okay? And I'm gonna make another video about faith. This, because I feel the same way about faith. Stop trying to make faith make sense. That's gonna be the title of the video. People are trying to make faith make sense, just like your intuition. Stop trying to make your intuition make sense, because it's not going to all the time. It's not going to make logical sense. It's not going to make sense to your conscious mind, because guess what? It is not human. It does not operate under human laws and human rules and human parameters. It is non-physical. It is infinite. It is pure consciousness. It is pure light. It is infinite intelligence coming through you. Okay, coming through you and coming through your spirit guides and your angels and your spiritual team to get you to come through your spirit. Okay, so you can be a conduit, so you can be a funnel, a vessel for the information, whether it's for you specifically or for something else or someone around you. Okay, it will not always make sense. Trust me, I'm in a situation right now where my decision to do something made no sense. It did not make logical sense. It made more sense to do something else and go back to doing something else, which was still uncomfortable, but it made more logical sense, and it would have made people more comfortable with my decision as well, because it made more logical sense. But my spirit intuition was like, no, I know this makes more sense and it seems like it's more comfortable and it's the most ideal circumstance for you, but I'm telling you, you need to go back and do this. It does not make any sense. You might be uncomfortable for a day or two, even more than you are now, but trust us, you just need to be there. You just need to be there. And I showed up and I was a little uncomfortable, but it paid off this morning because I was blessed beyond, oh my God. Like, I was talking to my friend last night and I said that I just really wanted something based on what I'm kind of going through. And literally the thing that I told her, if I just had this thing, if I just had it, then I could breathe for a minute. Less than 24 hours later, that was at like 7:30 last night, okay? By noon today, not by noon, oh my gosh, let's say by 10 a.m. this morning, by 10 a.m. I had the thing. And I had it because my intuition told me 2 days ago, or a day and a half ago, you need to go back and be in this place. You need to go back there. It makes no logical sense as to why we're telling you to do this, because you don't understand why, you don't see it, but we're telling you, you need to go back there, and you just need to just endure for a day or two, and it's going to be worth your while. And I listened. It made no sense whatsoever. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this? Because I got what I asked for. I had to, in order for everything to orchestrate for me to get what I wanted, I needed to be here, and I needed to trust. So, that being said, tomorrow I am going to film my very first channel message. So I hope it'll be for the collective. And if you guys want personal messages and one-on-one coachings and stuff, I will leave the link to my website with everything that I offer. All my services will be in the description box below. Thank you all. I'm so excited. I appreciate all of your support. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Come back, and I hope you support these channel messages videos the way you've been supporting all of my other videos. I'm also looking into studying tarot. So this year, your girl will be doing tarot as well, okay? We're doing all the things in 2025, all right? And I'm gonna keep you guys posted every step of the way. I'm still wrapping up this kind of year-long situation that I've kind of been in. And trust me, I'm going to put it all together in a video so you guys can see it when it's all done. And you will see there's no sugarcoating. You will see the highs and the lows and the low lows. Okay? And then you're going to see how I overcome it, because there's still things to overcome, but I know it's coming. It's already happened because everything is already done. So it's all going to be great. It's all going to work out. Take care, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow when I upload my next video. Okay? And I might go live. I might actually go live. Let me know if you guys want me to start like doing live channel messages. I'll start maybe with a video, and then we'll see how they go, and then I might start doing live channel messages. Okay. Thank you guys. Take care, and I'll see you later.